What's up, everyone, and welcome down to probably more of a normal episode of The Vault. We're going to have a guest in today, which we haven't really had and taped all year long. We figured, fuck it, man. This pandemic's getting everybody down, and because he's right across town and one of my very close, this guy's family to me, and I'm sure if you guys know me, you know who I'm talking about because you can't see him right now. But I am talking about the one and only Mr. Phil Demmel. What's up, brother?
What's up, dude?
You've got a lot going on, I must say.
It's busy. It's busy.
It's good to be busy in these times.
I've never been busier.
It's weird how that works. You know what's funny is I have 3 different I'm going to sing on your project things to do. Well, with you, yeah, 3. I've got 3 now. Because I had the 2 before, and then I have 2 others to do. And it's good to be busy. It's too bad that we can't have concerts for all you people that miss the concerts. Obviously, we can't we can't do them right now. Up to them. I know a lot of people are doing live streaming and stuff like that, which is kind of cool, playing live shows, streaming, and Wayne and I are actually talking about doing something like that. But we figured, why not bring you in and talk about it? It's been about a year. You're a return guest. It's been a year because Vio-Lence played at
Palm Sunday last year.
Yeah, so it's been actually a year. We'll touch on that a little bit, but I wanted to talk to you about your new Blitz, Portnoy, Mengi, and Demmel. That's how I can remember it. And we were joking about that a little before. You guys are kind of like the Ropers. You're
explain that.
You're Laverne and Shirley, meaning they're the spin-off of Metal Allegiance, because everybody involved in that has some way, shape, or form being a part of Metal Allegiance, and because Mike and Mengi are both the actual 2 of the mainstays in it, I would have to say you're kind of like a spin-off of that, you know. So how did that come about? Whose idea was it, and who called you, and how long ago did this all start?
Mark Mengi, who's the main Metal Allegiance guy, and he used to do these things called Metal Masters. Him and I've always been kind of in touch about doing these all-star jam things. And
was that before Metal Allegiance? Because you have played on many Metal Allegiance things. So I mean, I would, the album, many live shows. And so was it something that you did, a natural or thing? Or?
Yeah. It was something that I'm pretty. Ellefson says, you're like me, man. You don't say no to anything.
I like that though. That's good. You know what I mean? Which is true about Dave. But
so if I have time, then I'm up for doing it. And the cover things are so much fun for me. So like when we did Hail together, it was like, dude, we're out here playing covers in the middle of the Persian Gulf. How fucking cool is this playing?
That was great.
It was awesome. Playing Motorhead and Van Halen.
Think about it when we're in Metal Warrior in 1983, which was Phil and I's first band. Would you think that at this point we would ever be at this level where we're talking, and especially like the little cover thing we're talking about of the people that we're calling to potentially do it? Basically we're part of the fraternity, so it's like it's okay to do that, know. And would you ever think back then at this point where we would have brought this, this level of success to ourselves, that the notoriety is there for both of us to be able to do really cool projects like that and be asked to do cool projects like that.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And it's like the roller coaster, where it's just like, I don't care how I got on this. I'm riding it till it's over and then trying to enjoy every minute. So we both have had late 80s, early 90s success, and it went away for a minute, and we're like, fuck, I kind of took that for granted. And now that it's happening again.
I think that's my whole demeanor anyway, especially the 3rd time around now for me. I'm a 3-time loser, baby. And so,
3-time loser, baby.
And so,
I'm Jerome Willett.
and I ain't going to the joint. Anyway, I would never thought that, if the opportunity would have come, and I always said, I'm going to approach it much differently. And I really have this time out. I enjoy it fully this time. I don't take any piece of it for granted. The finances, the travel, any of it. I actually have loved with it. And I'm sure you feel the same way. You know, you've actually had a new lease on life, and talk about that. I mean, that's like, God, playing music now.
I feel that, like you said, 3 times around, and I feel this is my third. You know, I did the Vio-Lence thing and quit for a bit. The Machine Head brought me back and gave me this, you know, career. And now that I've left that and moving into this third phase where it's, you know, it's my trip. I'm making the decisions, and to be 53 years old and having this whole new world open up, it's really fucking cool to be able to go, hey, Zet, let's, you know,
right,
and have it be legitimate, and have that credibility to have it just not be here.
Exactly.
Hey, dude, here's my demo. You know,
right? Exactly.
To have it be, you know, credible, and look what you're doing with the show here is fucking so cool, dude. And
thanks.
We were just talking about, you know, the slashing and all the movie shit that you're doing, and it's you're doing shit that you love to do.
Right. Well, creature feature themes song.
Yes.
I got to do that. I mean, we watched creature features as kids. I loved it. You know what I mean? And now I feel like I'm a part of the show, and so it's like,
awesome.
To me, it's like these things that you wished for when you were a child, like the dreams that you have. I think some of us, you know, I've fulfilled that. I really have. I can't say that there's much more that I could do that I pretty much haven't done. I mean, I played with pretty much everybody I wanted to play with, all my heroes. You know, I still get to play with them. I'm friends with a lot of them.
You're jamming with a bunch of these.
We play with great. You know, the band that I played in is, you know, people love the band worldwide that I play in and still love after 35 years. So, I mean, I'm very fortunate, and I don't take any of you guys for granted. That's why I think when you see me on the road, I'm very approachable, or on the street or whatever. And you know, it's very genuine and very real. So
I'll vouch for that too. You know, the brief thing that we did overseas was like, I hadn't been on the road with you, you know, and all our time we did like one-offs or whatever.
Right, sure.
But it was nice for me to be able to see you in that setting, because I've been, you know, around people that are fucking horrible to fans, you know, but people in bands that are just,
I can't stand
they're fucking
that
so
mentality.
shitty to fans.
I really hate
and
that.
so it was cool to see you in that setting, and I didn't think a lot of it before going into it, but it was one of those things that's going, seeing you, people coming up to you in hotels and eating and stuff like that. You were so cool. One of the best people that I've seen around the fans, and inviting and like engaging and talking to them, and, you know, not acting like you care, because it looked like you genuinely cared about stuff that you're talking to them. I'm gonna give you serious high fives for you know, for the way that you interact with your fans.
Thanks. And I think that goes with my character and your character as well. We were not brought up like that here in this town of Dublin where we do the vault at, and I think that speaks a lot of volumes, because when we talk about heavy metal, we talk about our fans, and they're so much a part of what the music is. There's no real big separation. I think that if without them, we wouldn't exist, and they need us because this is their release. And I think because we work, there's no television play. Nobody plays us on the radio other than our satellite channels that are dedicated to us, or the websites, or the fanzines, or whatever, the podcasts that are dedicated to heavy metal. Outside of that, nobody pays our genre of music any attention, really. You know what I mean?
And I think the fact that I've been doing construction for, you know, 35 years. You were at Union.
I got my 20-year pin right before, actually. I got right back in.
So, I mean, but I think that you and I can identify on that level. We're like, I was working in Machine Head up until not too far before the end, you know. It wasn't until my Jackson endorsement kind of kicked into it I was able to not have to work.
Yeah.
So we identify with that working class, and being from this town that's pretty close-knit, that we don't separate ourselves from like, well, I'm on this stat and this is the way I need to be, you know.
No,
we're separate. We're one of them. We'll go out. We'll watch a show from front of house.
Yes.
Well,
exactly.
You know, we'll watch amongst everybody else.
I'll watch my own concerts. Like, I was in Norway a couple of years ago, and it was it went Exodus, Alice in Chains, Ozzy, and I go, you know what? Awesome. I want to watch Ozzy from the front. Okay. So I'm standing in the crowd, and people are coming up to me going, oh my God, what are you doing here? I'm watching the concert just like you. I'm an Ozzy fan. I don't want to stand on the stage like some poser and not be able to hear it.
You don't see the show. So exactly. we back in 2007, we got the call. We were at the end of a festival run, and we got the call to open for Metallica at Wembley Stadium because Bullet for My Valentine dropped off. So we do the show. It's fucking awesome, and it was one of those surreal moments where you're watching from the Queen's box, and we're out front, and Jimmy Page is like walking past you because he's watching there. I said, "Fuck this, I'm getting down there," and we went down, and there's film of me on YouTube, air guitaring and rocking out with this group. People came around and just were fucking singing the words, and
they're blown because
and it was so much fun.
But
so
it's cool.
Yeah, and it was cool to connect on that part. And, and be a fan because we were all fans,
and we're still fans.
Absolutely,
we're still fans. So I have you in here because I do want to talk about your new project. Talk about you said Mengi started it off, but obviously he probably made a call to Portnoy, and then it went to you.
Yeah. So actually, Mengi was sitting around drinking a beer at his house, and his Saturday Night Special by Skinner comes on. And so his 8-year-old, I believe he's 8 years, he said, "Hey, Dad, you should cover this. You guys should cover this and metal it up and stuff like that." So Mengi's thinking, not a Metal Allegiance thing, but maybe I could, Blitz is his boy, so he calls up Blitz. "Hey, what do you think about maybe doing some covers and blah, blah, blah?" And then I think between the two of them said, "Yeah, but just American bands, and then, okay, well, just 70s American bands."
That's
great. And so they called up Portnoy, Mark's partner in crime, and they needed a guitar player. And I think what I think happened was that, they called Alex, and Alex was, probably can't do it. Called Andreas and Alex. So I think I'm 3 on the list.
Do you think?
But I'm just fine.
Alex would be too much. They would have had to call it Metal Allegiance if it was because
maybe
it would have been 3 of the 4 core.
That's just me fucking around.
So
Mengi says that I was the first choice, and I am flattered in if that's the case.
Oh no, because you're playing it. You know what I mean. You can have.
We live that
exactly, and that's why we are what we are. Is because those were the bands, everything that you played on it, and everything.
Drinking our first beers to.
This is what we listened. There was
the first joints to.
I'm 16 in 1980, so my years from being 8 and 9 years old listening to music is all 70s, and it's all 70s hard rock.
Right.
Ted Nugent, what I mean. It's exactly so. So it's like if you're not, he played stadiums when I was a kid.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Aerosmith.
Come on, Aerosmith.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They played stadiums when I was a kid. So AC/DC, Robin Trower. Black Sabbath, of course, Led Zeppelin. But there was no real metal till the new age of British. We paid attention to that until it's that 79, 80, 81 kind of go weird like that. So. Talk about the song selection and how that went, because I believe every one of you guys chose a certain.
Yeah, so we wanted 10 songs. Everybody got to pick 2, and you couldn't argue. You couldn't say, fuck that, I don't want to do that. It was just like if somebody picked a song, you were learning that song. So Mengi picked ZZ Top, Beer Drinkers and Hellraisers, and Leonard Skinner,
Saturday Night Special.
Blitz picked Evil by Cactus. And,
I actually listened to it.
And Mountain.
Cactus's version.
Mountain, yes. And because that ended up being, that's a whole other story. And Mountain, Never in My Life. So I had never heard either of those songs, but I'd never even heard of Cactus before. And Portnoy picked Wang Dang Sweet Poontang, Ted Nugent.
Thanks, Portnoy.
Yeah, totally.
Ted's one of my. I roar Ted I'm pro Ted for president, dude. I love Ted.
And Toys in the Attic, Aerosmith. So that ended up being the first single and being the video that we did. And I picked DOA, Van Halen, and the deepest cut on the record, Tattoo Vampire by Blue Oyster Cult.
It is deep.
Yeah.
It's real deep.
It's on the Agents of Fortune record.
Yeah.
It was a song that I wanted to cover with Violence in the early 90s. And I just always felt it had this potential to be covered and be heavy. And then we had 2 group choices that we all kind of threw in the hat and voted on. And we did Walk Away by the James Gang. We actually there was a Van Halen cover of that. So back in their Pasadena party days, there was they covered Walk Away, and it's up tempo and kind of more. So we did it the Van Halen. We did a cover over cover, and then we did.
And Nobody Knows.
Yeah, right. We did We're an American Band by Fog or by Grand Funk.
Grand Funk Railroad.
Yeah,
right.
And we had to do that. American.
Yeah.
American only 70s. So it was hard kind of coming up with
Which is probably no disrespect to any of our lovely countries around the world. It's just you guys are
We wanted to do that.
Guys,
yeah, we wanted to kind of
cool.
limit to that, and there might be future records by us covering other countries.
Now, record label picked you up?
Napalm Records.
Napalm Records.
Killing it. Doing great.
Oh, so it's out.
Yeah, no, I mean, they're doing great.
They are,
Press-wise and all kinds. They're doing colored vinyl and, doing
And
awesome,
we're not releasing
awesome.
because of the pandemic?
No, it comes out June 12th.
Amazon have it?
They will. Yeah,
they
everywhere.
Will. Okay,
yeah.
good.
Yeah. So it's fun. It's just it's a party record. We did, I took a red eye out to Philly and drove to Portnoy's house.
Your favorite place.
Yeah.
How cool was
he
that?
He lives in the middle of nowhere. So I got there in the morning, hadn't slept, and he doesn't get up until noon or 1.
Oh.
And so I was able to nap for a little bit. So we go over to Portnoy's house. It's got an awesome place, huge downstairs, cool home theater, and but he's got a recording studio down there with all his kits. And so we set up in there. We hadn't rehearsed, so we run through him a couple times and end up using a couple of his first takes. Damn. 10 hours, 10 songs done.
But
have a couple of beers by his pool. Next day, I'm flying home.
Isn't that how it should be for
Yes.
a project like that?
Yeah.
You're all seasoned musicians.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to be, but we could probably get, man, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
You're just going in there.
We had a couple
project
ideas
like
where, like Tattoo Vampire, Mike wanted to put like a Ramones beat in the beginning and speed it up a little bit, and we vibed. He was on the other side of the glass, but I was up there rocking with him. I wanted to get good takes with him and have that energy exchange and get the feeling that you're jamming, not like you're in a fucking box and in a glass case of emotion. I wanted to fucking feel that, feel what we were fucking doing. So I came home and tracked guitars with Juan Urtiaga over at Trident, and it was awesome, dude. Because I hadn't tracked rhythms in 12 years.
right.
My Machine Head days, I didn't track rhythms, and so I'm the only guitar player on this. So it was, kind of a nervous anxiousness going into it, but it was fucking great, man. It was laid the rhythms down in a day, 10 tracks in a day, came back and did the leads in a day, and it's some of my fucking best playing, man. It just
because it was loose.
Because it was loose and just fucking,
having fun.
Fun.
Having
It was
fun,
fucking
make
fun,
all
dude.
the difference. That
Some of my
having to
best
look
solos are on that.
Am I playing it right? Am I standing in the right place?
I don't want to get into that, but
and we won't.
But it was that liberating feeling of just we're playing these tunes that you grew up in and with people that you fucking admire and playing with legends of fucking music and and they want you to jam with them and it was a good transition point for me. It was a real low steam coming out of the other thing, and this really built it up a lot for me.
I think also your reception back with your band, which we'll get into in a minute, was also had to do with you being able to go, oh, yeah, that's right. I am cool. I am. People do like me. I am okay. And because I've seen that, and everybody's very excited for Vio-Lence and everything that you do. So we get the record when? BPMD.
BPMD, June 12th on
and it's just BPMD.
BPMD, American made.
American made.
American made. Yes.
So, is Mengi back there chomping at the bit right now? You know he is.
Yeah. He's excited. He's
sure
done. He works hard, man. And he's into
does.
something, and
he does,
and he thinks about shit.
Works it, man.
Yeah.
Mark, I'll tell you what.
He's a character.
That whole we have to be to do this business. Metal Allegiance rolls. I mean, is this strong because of him? He's kept it. Yeah. He's the one who really pushes it and boasts the.
That's a fun to take part in.
And it's fun, and everybody in the business has. Really, looks forward to. I look forward when I get asked to do it every once in a while, and I go down and take care of it.
Yeah,
and it's fun. It's fun because I love everybody else. I'm still a big fan.
Yeah, you get to hang out with playing with other people.
I get to sit there and
you get to
tease
see other
John
people.
Bush how he's my favorite singer in the world, and I just tell him, I don't care. Everybody in the room's good, but he's my favorite.
I was busting.
I love him because and again, then that goes back to people that I admire. I get to do stuff right along with, and that's a lot of fun. So cool. Looking forward to that. So now, of course, You can tell us what's up with Vio-Lence. What have you guys been doing? Last week we were on a boat together. On this last episode, we were on a boat together. And a couple of things have changed since then, but
a couple of things have changed.
Yes. And so
we can talk about the boat a little bit if you want.
We can talk about the boat. What did you think? I mean, your first cruise like that.
I'm going to let you do, and I don't know if Wayne can edit this in, but since you were there with me when it all began, you have the picture of me, right?
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah. I haven't posted it up anywhere, but I will let you.
Right now, he can show that.
All right.
So you want.
So I'll tell you what we can tell the story.
Okay.
And then we'll go to the picture.
Okay.
So first night.
Yes.
First night we put the 70,000 tons of metal cruise. It's my first cruise. You've done them before.
Yeah.
And so we play. We're the first band to play. So we play, and it was cool. It was pretty rad. And then first night I'm kind of walking around, and everybody's kind of going to bed, and it's just like, fuck, am I going to rage tonight, or if I don't have to play tomorrow?
First night?
That was the first night, wasn't it?
Well, the night with the
that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
This is an exclusive. I'm giving the fucking toxic. The toxic. Where else is it fitting? It's so fitting to expose it here. So
it's a great place. Good story.
So Vio-Lence plays. We eat, and I'm walking around. People are going to bed because they're tired or whatever. And so I'm like looking, kind of cruising around, not seeing anybody I know. I'm about to head up. I said, if I don't see anybody I know to drink with, then I'm just going to go to sleep. And so I'm walking up to the elevator, and I look to my left, and there's Zach and Lee. I'm like, hey, what are you guys doing? Oh, we're going to the casino. I said, all right, I'm in with you guys.
Oh.
We go to the casino.
That was awesome. That was a great
and it was having a couple drinks at first, and they're fucking so fucking expensive, and I'm just going, fuck, there's hardly any booze in this thing. I'm just going to do shots now. So I get Lee, I get him. We start doing. And I remember you telling me that you're never going to drink. And it wasn't my intention to try to drink Lee Altus under the table, but we start doing fireball shots, and more people are getting involved, and pictures are being taken, and we're hanging out with Toxic drummer guy. He's
Jim.
Hanging out with Jim and the Toxic dudes.
He's an Heathen now too as well. Yeah. He did the Heathen.
Right. Mm-hmm. So meeting cool people, and
isn't it fun?
And it starts
so fun
when you start drinking more, and people, it's getting later, and then all I remember is having to use the bathroom, and I'm trying to make it back, and I'm doing, remember Altered States when the guy's going down the hallway bouncing from the side to side, and I'm going in my head, I'm going, fuck, you're really fucked up. I don't know if you're going to make it back to the room. And so I remember falling, and I still might have the scar from it, this huge rug burn from me falling. And then I wake up in the room, and Sean's next to me, and not next to me, but he's in the room with me. And I'm all, fuck, I don't even remember making it to the door, And I said, because we had a signing, and this is at like 1 o'clock. I didn't get in.
I've seen you before this.
So I wake up, he's all, story after you're done. And I'm all, I don't know how I guess he got in okay. And then so I'm all right, fuck it. We got this signing. Still drunk. Still fucking drunk.
I saw you on your way there.
Still drunk.
You smelled so bad.
So I still have all right, I got my credit cards are here, my phone's here, I got my wallet, everything's good. So we get to the signing, I'm high-fiving you guys, hey, how's it going, blah? And Jim's go, oh, you, and I'm starting to see people that, man, you're still alive, you didn't fall overboard, and, you tackled me up against the, you were having such a good time, and you jumped over the bar last night, and all these stories are coming from people that, I can't believe you're still alive, and Jim shows me a picture can
we get a copy of that? Because we're going to put that picture up.
I'll send a picture.
Oh my God.
And so there's a picture of me, and you'll see the picture. So in the picture, it's me with my zipper down.
You made it to the door.
My credit card is laying next to me because
incredible.
So what I did.
You thought that was your sign-in state card.
I thought that was my key to get in the door. And so the door isn't opening because I'm using my credit card, and I guess I just lost it and just passed out right there.
It was the great
with a credit card. And so Jim took a picture of that, and I don't know.
Comment on this shot, people, please.
So this is the first time I'm posting this. I've shown other people, but I figured this is the apt place to fucking.
People love it.
They'll people on the cruise saw it. So here you go, a Toxic Vault exclusive.
Wow.
There's the shot, and Jim, he's and his room was right next to him. All, bro, could you put my credit card at least in my pocket or something?
Or couldn't you at least try to at least open your room with you? Find your sign-in state card and get you in? Okay, so now my eyes, this is a Pulp Fiction. Now it's coming through my head. So me and Lee, I see Lee, and I'm the same way. I'm about ready to go up. He goes, "What are you doing?" I go, "What are you doing?" He goes, "Come on, let's go to the bar." And I've started a new thing. I go out and have drinks now when we go on the road. I mean, most of you people know that I don't drink. I'm now back at home. I won't touch it, but when I'm out with Exodus, I'm enjoying drinks. When I was on a cruise ship, what else the hell I got to do? So
we drank in Bahrain.
Again, yeah, we did. That's right. See, so but I put this thing. I'm gonna party a little bit, so we go to the bar. So I start drinking shots with you guys. Like I said, now again, I haven't drank like that.
You ghosted. You were gone.
And this is why. I couldn't find a fucking bathroom, and I had to piss so bad. So it's like probably this is at this point. It's 2:30, okay? And it's, for you guys, this is the evening just started. But in my eyes, it was 2:30, and so it was no big deal. I couldn't find somewhere to piss. So the bar was right by the elevator by my room. I figured, fuck it, I'll just go up into my room. So I go up in my room, and I go in there, and I find myself at about 8 o'clock in the morning laying on my bed with my hand down, the fucking drink spilled on the bed. My pants got big piss stain. So I didn't make it. No.
That's, if you look at the picture, I made it somewhere.
So that happened. So then I'm cool, and like I didn't get fucking that drunk where I thought that I was gonna be like, like I couldn't function. So you know me, I get up early. So it's probably about 8:39. I got up and I walked through the breakfast thing, and I kind of, hung around there. And then I walked through the main promenade, which is pretty empty at that time. And I see somebody goes, "Hey, Zed, what's up, man? Hey, what's going on, man?" He goes, "I just saw Lee about 45 minutes ago." And I go, "What?" I go, Yeah. He was like wandering through the hallway. I'm all, oh my. And so I'm thinking, well, he didn't sleep and wake up and walk through. He's been up the whole time. And we actually didn't see Mr. Altus.
He missed the signing
the whole day.
At least I made the signing, Lee.
The whole rest of the whole day, the whole rest of the night. We didn't see him till Schenker later that night. Remember it, Michael?
No, I didn't go to Schenker that night.
The first night you didn't go? No. Oh, that's right. You
I was
didn't.
asleep.
Because I watched both of Michael's sets, which were amazing. But I saw Lee there, and I was like, first thing I walked up to him, I looked at his eyes, I said, "Too much, too soon."
Slap shot.
Yeah, exactly. Too much, too soon. I go, "Are you having a drink?" He's like, looked at me. He's got a Coca-Cola in his hand. I don't remember if
it's his birthday today.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I'm all, "Hey, man. Fireball shots are on me."
This will be tomorrow. We'll actually film.
Gotcha.
We'll show this tomorrow. But today is his actual birthday. We all sent him with his, or have we all do that in between us? We all know each other's birthday. It's kind of band thing.
Awesome.
We do on the birthday. So now, and I said, if you people have never done 70,000 tons, go check it out. It's a lot of fun.
It's awesome.
It's a place where you can like get close to your artist. I mean, you're drinking in the bar. You could potentially be grabbing their credit card to try to put it in the door.
Probably did. Yeah, plenty of stories the next day. Like, "Oh, dude, you last night, you were trying to." Who was it? It was somebody saw me. Oh, it was this dude from Full Terror Assault. It's this guy Phil that I knew, but he's all, "Bro, you last night, I came up to you and you were crying. You were like, I had tears in my eyes trying to find a bathroom."
Hot.
You said you were crying. "I just need to find a bathroom."
I told you. What do you think? I ended up in my room peeing my own pants. I couldn't find one. We're in the bar, and I mean, I gotta go and dig. I'm 56 fucking years old.
First night.
I gotta go.
First night.
That's
Ruined
okay.
it.
It started
Ruined
off.
it.
It's okay.
Yeah, it was all right.
It was fun though. So let's get into a couple changes happened after that. I went to Europe with Testament and Death Angel, and you.
What
that's
did I
your
do?
cue.
What?
For Vio-Lence.
What did we do?
You lost a member and hired a member?
Right now, yeah. Bobby Gustafson is playing guitar for Vio-Lence.
He's as interim, or
he is. He's going to play shows with us.
when that gets back too.
Yeah, we've signed a deal with Metal Blade to do a 5-song EP.
Good.
So me and Sean are probably going to write the material. As far as recording, probably do some leads, might do some rhythm stuff. We don't know. We're still I haven't even gotten to first base with him yet. So there's not
Has he played with you yet? Have you guys done anything?
They were out here last week.
No, so no live shows.
No live shows, but he came up and we've rehearsed. We initially flew him out in, I want to say like February or March. We were going to do some shows, and then this went down, and then we got bored last week, and we had Bobby out to jam with us.
So full band jams?
Yep.
Good. Because I mean, everybody's very excited about you guys actually reforming or reformed, and I mean, everybody was looking forward to obviously the shows that were the year mark, and I mean, that's going to be if you could turn that into a yearly thing like the Death Angel does at Christmas, you know what I mean? I mean, people were looking so much forward to those shows. This is no pit. It's very raw. It's in a place where you could just bounce off the fucking walls, and
it's real, man.
It's real. So it's a good thing. And to hear your writing music too is probably going to be good news to the fans, because I think it could play the old stuff for a while, you know what I mean? But I really think you got to dig your heels in and do new stuff, you know, even though if they stand in the crowd and go, play Bond in My Blood, you still have to, you know, give them new stuff. And
but we weren't the band that had like the sing-along hits. You know, so there's parts that.
But I'm sorry, there's parts. Come on,
there's parts. There's riffs.
You and Sean write most of the stuff. I mean, but Perry's always been a big part of it as well. Are you guys going to work pretty much as the three of you together? Has anybody got together yet?
Yeah. We've got 2 songs done. We've got ideas for 2 more. And Perry's there for the writing. I mean, I come up with the riffs,
right? Because Gary and Tom, it's the same way. Drums, guitars. That's got to come out like that.
But Perry's there while we're structuring
That's
stuff.
Great.
And I mean, you know Perry. So he took some time off from playing, and he's now getting to a point to where. Especially last week in practice, to where now he's going off of muscle memory again, and he's not having to think about 3 and 5 and these go 4. Now he's just being, you know, is that Animal? Yeah, that's so.
Of course,
that's him. Now he's able to be Animal now, and he's better when he doesn't have to think about stuff. So he's able to just kind of.
I think that goes with anybody musically. If it's embedded in your head, it's second nature. I feel the same way. If I like when we were talking about when we prepared for the Hail thing, I don't use a teleprompter. I'm going to memorize 20 songs that a lot of them I never knew all the way through, you know? Right. I mean, even 22 Acacia Avenue, which I've listened to a million times, did not know every single word the way it was supposed to go. So, I mean, to me, I want to live it. And when I did it, it felt natural. So
I forgot we did that. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was awesome. And you know what? People love that one. When we did that, you don't hear that song, you know? Yeah. So, but I just think songs like that or the approach like that is much more to me. I have to feel, even with Exodus, if I'm doing
being prepared,
obviously. I mean, like a Rob song, and they'll say, we want you to do a song off of this album, which was from Duke's era. Right. I listen to it 1,000 times till I know exactly what's going on there, you know what I mean? And I want it to sound just as good, and
that's paying respect to the way it was done.
Exactly. I agree. I'm not I'm going to do it my way. I want it to be, I want the continuity to stay the same. So when is there an actual timeline? Well, because of this pandemic shit, that shut everything off. But was there a timeline to release the EP?
Not really. We've been talking with the people at Metal Blade, and just super
Brian, many years. Many years. Yeah.
And, just super lax, and when they're ready, they're ready. It's, we're this has given us more time. But still, it's got to be fucking killer. There's no. I had a riff that the dudes were kind of digging. I'm all just fuck. I don't got a boner with this one though, man. I want a 10-foot boner with everything that we're doing now. It's got to be. It's got to be better. It's got to be fucking kick ass, and parts of it wasn't. So this is my.
Well, you got time to throw it away. You know what I mean? It's it grabs you at first, and then not so much. I don't want to put out some crap.
Well, right,
exactly. You'll know when it's
Yeah.
You'll know when
they're hard. They're hard to play. They're hard to. They're hard to.
Hard to sing.
I've set the bar kind of high in the riffs and wanting them to be difficult, and working with Perry, I bet he goes home cursing me at night just because it's just like, they're hard. They're fucking hard songs. The structures, there's hard parts and a lot to them. So it's, but they're going to be fucking kick ass.
It's violence. It better be violence.
Yeah. They're not easy.
No, I mean, ask any singer that had to sing Sean shit on Killian on Command. I'm one of them. I was like, I couldn't wait till that fucking night was over with, because those songs haunted me. And they were just, because his vocal patterns are not 4/4/8/8. It's very, very forward, backward, speed up here, slow down here, and I wanted to capture that.
You did great.
And so to do that, I had to digest those. I mean, literally digest those songs.
It was a weird night. It was weird because it started, and you guys did Eternal Nightmare first.
Yeah,
right?
first.
So I came in and watched it, and the first chords rang out, and it was like fucking goosebumps, and like, oh my God, I'm watching violence.
Violence, and the place is packed with 2,000 people in there
feeling it, and everybody sounded great, and you fucking killed Eternal Nightmare. It was so good, and it was really
hours of work for that little 4 minutes there.
That was a weird
hours
night. Watching
I bet it would be. I would think it would be.
Seeing him and seeing how he was at that point, and we did the golf tournament a few months before, and he looked so fucking gaunt and frail, and the shell of this just vivacious character that he used to be, and
that he's actually worked back to, kind of.
He's every bit of that fucking
we had him on the show.
Pistol that he was, man.
That's what he had to be, though.
He's got this new lease on life, and he's a driven dude. He's just
good.
Like, we got him. You could do this.
Why not when you get your second or third chance and it's coming back at you? Yeah. Like we talked about that before, so I think that's really cool. What else you got going on?
I'm doing these collaborations, these quarantine collaboration jams, and it started off with doing this Alice in Chains song with my wife. We'd always wanted to do it with our cover band, the Merkins, and so we've got the studio at home that I've got a Pro Tools rig there, and I never recorded vocals before, so I said, let me see do you want to try to sing? Let's try to do it. And so I recorded the acoustic and the 12 string, and I sent it out to McLean, who did some drum tracks, and I flew him in and set up the mic, and she sang it. And I don't know if you heard it. I sent you the video.
Yeah, it's great.
And those are first takes for her, man.
That's cool.
At the harmonies and
again, when you love something and you listen to it, sometimes you don't need to do 10 takes of it.
Right.
It sounds really natural.
So she killed it, and so I reached out to my buddy who plays in this band called Shinedown, one of the biggest rock bands in the world right now, and he played Eric, and he played bass on it, and and so it just gave me this idea of like, fuck, I know enough people that would want to maybe do these things. And I hit up McLean. I said, dude, I want to do Bad Reputation, and so I reached out to Richie Faulkner, plays in Judas Priest, and he's all, fuck yeah, I'm down. And I said, a bass player, I'm a fucking Mike Inez, best bass,
love Mikey,
fucking tone, and from Alice in Chains, and now he's
Mikey.
super down. And so we were thinking, who are we gonna get to sing a Thin Lizzy song? And I'm thinking, Lizzie Hale, man, let's ask her, and I'm friends with her. Right. I talk to her every once in a while, and so I threw it out, and she's all, dude, I'm super slammed, but I want to do this. And we just finished it up and got Paul Figueroa did us a quick mix. He's from Alice in Chains, does a lot of shit with them, and it's fucking awesome, man. So I said, everybody film each other doing it, and so we can get this thing going, and it came out fucking awesome. So it's about to be released, and so
just one song,
just the one tune, just the five of us. So then I'm thinking, Johnny Tempesta, I want to do one with him, and I'm thinking, dude, we should do In Another Arena. And he's all, well, I kind of did that with something with my brother with that. He's all, what about Assault Attack?
Ted McKenna's one of his favorites.
Yes.
That's one of his boys.
So we just finished up Assault Attack. We got Joey Vera to play bass on it.
Oh, great.
And we got my wife doing keyboards on it, because there's a keyboard part on it. And so Johnny's all, well, we should try to get Graham Bonnet to sing. I think I know somebody. So as we speak, Graham Bonnet is laying down vocals to sing on Assault Attack.
Wow.
Yeah, so that one's getting wrapped up. I I was listening to "Falling Off the Edge of the World" by Sabbath.
Sure.
And so
one of my favorites.
I was thinking, who? So this dude Dino Jelosic, he's a Croatian singer. He's in a band with George Lynch, but he sings in. I met him when he was doing the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, and I saw him do this cover of a Badlands song, Ray Gillen, and fucking nailed it, dude. Fucking such an amazing. So I wanted he could do a great Dio. So Stevie D from Testament. Got him, and he's all, dude, I got this person who could do violin for the intro. And so Marta's playing the keys in the intro, and we got this violin,
Oh, great.
And so got that one going on. You and I are going to do this Dead Kennedys thing with Dave Lombardo.
That's great. Still looking for a bass player, aren't we?
Looking for a bass player.
We got a couple people that
got some people in mind.
So it'll be fun.
But doing snorting whiskey, drinking cocaine with Killian and Mark Hernandez and my buddy Danny McNay. So just having fun.
Let's going back to the projects we're able to do now.
Yeah,
because
we have the time to do it.
Exactly.
I've got it's good practice for me in the home studio.
Yeah, got to step on your chops.
Yes. So it's nice being able to learn on the Pro Tools rig and having friends that'll kind of help out in this sense. So I'm excited to get those projects out there. And like you have here, I'm working on doing. I want to get this. I want to do like kind of what you're doing here, but different. Like with musicians, bring musicians in to do.
I do whatever.
Yeah,
I mean, I do it all.
But we're gonna break down. We're gonna break down riffs and maybe do some playthrough stuff.
Great.
And doing some jamming. Maybe get McLean in on it. I'm all just spitballing right now, but we're gonna call it. We're gonna call it covered and jammed. Like the Waffle House. Smothered and covered. It's gonna be covered and jammed, and we're gonna have these covers on here, and maybe do something at the bar with a jukebox, and have people just come down and hey, fuck it, this Journey song came on. See if you can learn it or something like that. But looking at doing, I love what you've done here, dude. It's totally inspiring. So it's fun.
It's fun, and it gives all of the fans and I think more of the close insight of what we're doing and things that we like. When I was a kid, I didn't know what Robert Plant and Jimmy Page liked. I didn't know what they were in. I would love to see them interact with other musicians on that level. Do you understand?
Yeah, for sure.
So I think that
we were waiting for the hit parader at the 7-Eleven.
Exactly,
and it's just
to come down to just read the bullshit that's in there.
Yeah,
get this way, and I think a lot of us have taken the medium and done something with it. So I think that's kind of cool. So right on for coming into the vault once again.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I looked at the clock. So I'm building a retaining wall on my back.
It's not like we got anything going on these days.
And I borrowed a auger bit from Adam, and he hit me back to get it back today. And I'm all like, fuck, I got to get out here and dig these holes. And then I'm all, shit, I was supposed to be at Zet's in 2 minutes. I'm all, dude, I'll be down. And,
I knew this wouldn't take about a little hour. So it's good for the fan. Good press. Good to touch with everybody during the pandemic to let them know that we're all still here working.
For
sure. Know what I mean?
It's been a while since I've been here.
Yeah, it's been a year since you've been in. It's good to touch bases with
absolutely, man,
and see what's going on. So we're
gonna rock out on some DKs.
We're gonna do some DKs, which is killer. So you guys, obviously, I would love to have more interviews like Phil in. Again, Phil lives in town, so we thought we could do this. I do have many lined up, and we'll continue to do more of this stuff. This pandemic kind of flew a wrench in year number 2, especially with like having Walter in and the movie reviews and all the other things, the bloody Bible camps, the things that we do here, and want to keep more of that. But I felt, I need to get a little bit back more to normalcy. So, when we were doing 4 episodes a week, we're really only doing 1. We will get back to that eventually because I do want to do that. But, thanks for everybody who stayed and watched all the stuff and all the stuff that we've done up to now. Remember to leave me comments because we always do episodes and talk about that, and subscribe to the channel and share this because that's more people can get a view on what we're doing here and find out what's going on. And so once again, man, thanks for coming in. I'll shake your hand. Fuck the pandemic.
Oh,
exactly.